think about yourself in the future. Let's say 10 years from now. When you're in that spot, there's many things you could say about yourself. But there's only two options we want to focus on here. Can you say, I've made serious growth? Or will you have to say, I've stayed the same from where I was 10 years ago? And while you can't make insane growth with just one change, there is one thing that is so simple, so easy to implement, and that is going to make you grow so much that you just have to hear about it. And it has to do with everyone's favorite thing, sleep. But more so about the waking up part. The morning is when most people feel the most productive. There's no magical percent that you're more productive by, like waking up in the morning, you're not 30% more productive or something, but most people are most productive in the morning. That 90-minute period after you wake up for the first 10 minutes is your prime time to do any work. The time period where you're probably gonna have the least amount of distractions, and the time before you have to go to your job, which is the case for basically any of you that are not a high schooler on their 2-month summer vacation. But studies have shown that if you hit snooze just one time, it messes up your productivity for the rest of the day. This is because you're telling your body it's time to sleep again, which, quote, is then quickly interrupted, causing us to feel fatigued for the rest of the day that lies ahead, according to Neil Robinson. But there's even more that all of us are messing up about our morning. For instance, when I wake up just 2 days ago, I woke up 8 o'clock, set an alarm, was ready to be productive for the day. But you know what I had to hit the stop button on my alarm? Oh, my phone. And then I decided, oh, I'm just really tired right now. I need some YouTube to wake up. So then I sat in my bed right over here when my computer is literally right behind you guys at the camera. And I watched YouTube videos for 40 minutes. I think I even started watching some Spotlight on Snapchat. Like, isn't that crazy? Or another time where I just said I was going to rest my eyes and I ended up sleeping an extra 2 hours. By doing this, I'm wasting the most productive part of my day, and you're probably doing the same. Any productive people you watch on the internet probably aren't ecstatic about waking up early in the morning. They most likely feel the same way that you or I do, which is begrudging. But it's understanding that being productive straight when you wake up is the most effective thing you can do for long-term growth. So instead, here's what I've been doing and what you should try to make a variation out of. I'm not really a wake up at 5 a.m. warrior type of guy. So instead, I wake up around 8 a.m. I go to the bathroom and do my duties. I go downstairs, I get some water, then come back to my room and do whatever work I had assigned myself from the day prior, and work for about 90 minutes. You want to make sure you have water, because having water throughout the day is really good for your productivity and health. And the main reason people don't drink water isn't because, they don't want water, it's just because they don't have it within arm's reach of them. So just grab a water bottle and just put it within arm's reach on your desk, for instance. Maybe you want some of this too. I try my best to come back to my room as soon as possible so that I can't get distracted by other things around me. There was one time I sat down on the couch while waiting for my coffee to brew, heard the ding, but then decided to watch another 30 minutes of YouTube. Really, your body is just trying to mess up this process for you every day. You really have to set up your schedule perfectly to avoid any problems. And then I make sure to assign work for me the night prior. That way I don't have to waste any of this productive time trying to figure out what I should actually be doing. I let my tired night self figure that out. And then I put my phone on silent mode and then just try not to touch it at all while I'm working. But not putting it on Do Not Disturb in case someone important calls me. If it's my parents, I'll pick it up, but if it's one of my friends, shut up. I think it's also important to point out that you don't have to have this business self-employment type of morning. You could use this morning section to do any number of things that are good for you. You could decide to learn something. You could do some chores before you work. You could work out before you go to work. Maybe start taking some college classes so that way you can get a better job prospect. As long as it's something productive and isn't just you watching some productivity YouTube video or some productivity podcasts, which is mostly just feeding into your addiction of constantly wanting some sort of stimulation, then you can have a productive morning. You will not see fast progress. You'll feel good after your first day being productive, but it wears off after a few hours. You're not gonna see huge personal growth within the first week, but if you keep compounding and look at yourself far enough in the future, the growth will be immense. Here, let me show you. So, let's say you spend 1 hour every morning to improve yourself or your situation by just 0.1%. Right, you think that can be possible? I think it can be possible. So, let me turn you towards the board. Got my Snoopy over here. Make sure to say hi to him. So, let's say you start off at 1. After 1 day, so we just multiply this by 1.001, you'll then be at, oh, would you look at that, 1.001. Not a huge change, I won't lie about that. But say you're able to continuously improve 0.001 every day for 10 years. Well, we do a fun little thing that you might remember for your math class. We take this number, and you guys won't be able to see if I put it up there, but let's raise this to the power of 3,650, because that's 10 years, 365 days times 10. You get that number, 1.001 to the power of 3,650, and you will be at 38.4. 38.4 times better than where you're at now, for a 0.1% improvement of yourself every day, whatever that means to you. And if this is all from an hour a day, in order to get 38.4 times better, you have to spend 3,650 hours over the course of 10 years, or in other words, 152 days. So I guess my question to you is, would you spend 152 entire days in order to see yourself 38 times better than what you are now in 10 years? I bet all of you would want that. But my second question, how many people do you know in your personal life that have taken 152 days out of their life over the last 10 years to improve themselves? One of these. Change is difficult. 99.9% of New Year's resolutions fail within a month. But the next 10 years are coming no matter what. Whether or not you try to change or don't try to change, they're gonna be coming. And so the only influence you have over the never-ending walk of time is whether or not you'll take some of that 10 years and have some productive time of self-improvement. So you really only have one choice. Are you going to spend the next 10 years focusing on personal growth to see yourself 38 times better at the end of it? Or are you going to be stagnant and watch other people improve over that period while you just stay in the same place? The choice is yours.